We are live and late. Man. It has been an evening, my folks. Get the last few things set up. Oh man, signal's trash. Signal is trash. All right, we're live. How's it sound? Because it's. I'm gonna put this thing. I'll put this thing somewhere where I can be looking up at it. We got one person back. Yeah, guys, sorry about the late start. I'll tell everybody what happened here in a second. We had an incident with the pets, and I had to address it. There we go. What? I'm going live. We are live. It's hot in here.
I just sitting here sitting on Power Wheel.
Let's see. Nate was in here. What's up, Bama? Yeah, dude. I was ready to go. I had the live all set up, ready to go. I'm sitting inside for a minute before it was time to start, making sure the kids are ready. And unfortunately, my dogs got in a scuffle. So, did someone else start a live while I was gone? No, doesn't look like it.
I'm gonna go see my.
Sorry for man. I'm the worst. I'm the worst at these things because I either don't do it. I haven't done them 2 weeks, or I always start late. And usually I start late because of the kids. This time it was because of the fur kids. But we do have tons of stuff to talk about, but we won't do it unless we get more people in here. We can just sit here and chit-chat about cars and stuff. I'll tell you what, though. That last video I did, I was super happy. I finally, this is probably the first year where the boss has gotten driven, a fair amount. I've already done, 3 or 4 road trips in it here recently that were about 500 miles a pop. Driving out the VIR was super fun.
So then we went to the Hot Wheels Legends store.
Hot Wheels Legends store. We talked about that a while back. Let me go ahead and post in a little group chat I'm in here.
I wish Bruce could pull this thing around.
Bruce could pull your car around easily. So, Bam, what you working on right now? What you up to? We got a few more people starting to trickle in here. My lives, whenever I don't start on time, they definitely suffer. I'm sure there's always more people here at the planned start time. And then when you start after that, it just tanks the live. That's all right. I haven't done one of these in 2 weeks, so I'm glad to finally be on.
This car sounds like just a place of blinks.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Max, were you touching the Jack Roush helmet? Yes, you were. Don't touch Jack Roush's helmet.
Did you wear it?
No, I can't wear that. That's a little person. That's a little helmet.
Can Aina wear it?
So we got some issues that came up. So my daily driver decided to fail me. Air conditioner. It's waiting for my 850 Polaris four-wheeler. Nice. So we got some cool stuff to talk about. Hold on, I'll show you guys. Oh. We got so my I don't know if it's the compressor yet. My daily driver is a Toyota Sequoia. I've done a few videos on it, and one of the things I just had the AC quit. The compressor is making a really weird noise, like it's trying to engage and it can't, and then it stops trying. And at first I thought, okay, the compressor's bad, but then you go and you turn the clutch and it turns perfectly fine. A little bit of resistance like you'd expect, like not like grinding resistance, just like pressure resistance because it's a compressor, right? So I checked the pressure on the high side and the low side. I went to one of the auto stores and borrowed a reader, and on the low side, the low side pressure was 130. 130 and it's supposed to be like 55. When I bled that a little bit, all that was coming out was air. There was no liquid, nothing. It was just air. And when there's a little sight glass and you don't see the coolant. So, and it's holding that pressure. It's holding that 130. So if it was a leak, then, it would have, I feel like I would have seen it, but somehow air was in the system and it got built up enough to where I think it's caused the system to lock up and the pressure just kept going because it's like pretty much like a infinite void, right? So I had ordered because I don't have one yet. I feel like your average mechanic doesn't have, or average do-it-yourself guy might not have a set. So I went ahead and ordered a manifold pressure kit because I was going, my plant, and a vacuum. I got one of the Harbor Freight vacuum pumps. And I got the one that's powered off of your air compressor. And my plan was to draw down a vacuum, see if it holds that vacuum, and then recharge it and see if the compressor's freed up then and not like bound up due to pressure. If that solved it, great. But while I was doing that, since I ordered this, I had just had a company reach out to me and ask me like, "Hey, do you need anything? We'd like to work with you here, and you want to try some of our automotive tools?" And they were going to send me like a torque limiting extensions for like an air gun, which is still pretty. I still would probably be able to test that out if this goes well. But I said, well, I just had a compressor issue, and I might be replacing a compressor. I at least need to be able to check my manifold pressure and get my high side, low side pressure on my AC system. And I was like, if you guys could send me a manifold kit, great. So I was thinking, you know what, I'll just return this one and I'll get whatever they get me. And they were sending me a set, so I'm going to get one from them. So then I was like, you know what, instead of returning this, like I said, I feel like your average do-it-yourself guy might not have one of these things. I didn't have a set. So I think what we're going to do, I'm not going to do it right now, but we're going to do a giveaway. And we're going to give away this manifold kit, which it's got the hookups. It's got the bottle tap for the filling, those Freon fillers you can put on, or the refrigerant fillers, right? So we're going to give this away on the channel. Brand new. Hopefully somebody would like that. And we got a few other things I think we're going to give away too, which, let's see if I got anything right here.
You got anything?
Yeah, we got a few other things we'll give away, but we're gonna do a giveaway. We haven't done one in a while. Yeah, I figured I'd hope somebody would like that because I figured I didn't have a set, and I feel like I've done a decent amount of work at my house. So I was like, you know what? If I don't have a set, then probably a lot of people don't. But a couple of you guys for sure do. Like Ford Blue Gauge, I'm sure the guys have one. Or maybe not. Ford Blue Gauge probably doesn't even roll around with AC. It's all about power.
My AC not working, Dad.
Yeah. But it stinks. I'll tell you what, man. It really sucks driving around with no air conditioning in that thing. But, well, I don't know if this is all we're getting. We're going to dive into. So, went to Skip Barber Racing School. by far like the most fun I've ever had in a car. It was very limited in what we could do because there's a 3-day school, and what happens is I was there for day 1 of the 3-day school. That's what I won. Matter of fact, what I had won was an intro to racing school, which was supposed to be a lead follow event where it was going to be a half a day event where I was just in the Roush race cars for like half a day, just doing lead follows, right? And I couldn't make that in time, so they upgraded me to the full day racing school because they got rid of the intro to racing, which was awesome. So I was like, that's pretty cool.
My AC not working anymore.
That's exactly what I think it is, Rich. Exactly what I think it is. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a vacuum and we're gonna refill her and see what happens. Well, we're getting all the kids in here today, but we're gonna draw a vacuum and see what happens. And I think that'll take care of it. But yeah, we're gonna give away. And if you guys just hopped in here, we're gonna give away a AC manifold test kit. It's got all the hookups, everything you need to recharge your system and test your own system. There's plenty of instructions on how to online, but this is going to be a giveaway item. So let's get back to the story here for 134. Yep, 134.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a meeting.
You're going to do what?
A meeting.
A meeting? Okay. But so going to Skip Barber, right? Had to drive out to VIR, and of course, VIR is in Mexico, right, guys? Well, we get there. I got there the day before. I decided to stay at the lodge. The lodge is on the track, and okay, probably about a year ago, they just renovated it, and I'll tell you, those rooms are really nice. I think they did a really good job. You got nice track pictures on the walls. Nice TV, nice bathroom. I had a huge walk-in shower. The other rooms have like a jacuzzi. It was real nice. And you're overlooking one of the turns. If you go all out, you can rent the villas, which are like way up high on one of the straights. Those are nice too. I did drive by them. What's up, Mike? So I got there. I got all checked in, got to the lodge. I was supposed to have a jacuzzi room, and they gave me a big walk-in shower. And I actually went back to the place that you check in, and I knocked on the window, and I could hear somebody walking around in there, and then I heard the back door open up. The lady purposefully ignored me knocking, and she went out the back door and left to her car, and then she pretended she didn't see me as I walked around and got in her car and left. So I was gonna be like, I got a jacuzzi room. I did not get a walk-in shower, but whatever, that didn't happen. What's up, Triple Threat? So I went back to my room. The room was still really nice, and then I was like, I'm gonna go get some food. And so I'm like, I'm going to go leave the track. And I asked the lady there, I was like, hey, where's the nearest food? Because VIR, if you haven't been there, is in the middle of nowhere. There's really nothing there. The town that's right next to it, there's like 2 restaurants in it. And they're mom and pop shops that are only open for certain hours. She's like, you really need to go to the next town over, which is, I can't remember what it was. Starts with a D. I'm trying to talk, buddy. And so we get in the car. And I'm leaving, and I'm trying to put this place in my GPS to find gas and get some food. And I look in my rearview mirror, and I see one of the Skip Barber race cars. I'm like, oh, that's cool. What's he doing? And he's pulling out of the track or out of the main entrance. I'm like, well, I'm gonna see what he's doing. And I pull off the side of the road, act like I'm fiddling with my phone. He passes me, and I'm like, oh, he's doing something. And we pull out. And he said afterwards, he said, I saw you pull the GoPro up. So I pulled the GoPro up, and I'm sitting there like this. And it's a 3-valve race car. It's got like 325 horsepower tuned, so it's not like anything crazy, right? I'm obviously in the Boss stock tune 444 horsepower. I'm like, he's going to hit it. And yeah, he hit it, and I hit it. And I'm sitting there feathering the throttle because I'm like right on this butt. And I wish I didn't have my GoPro in the wide mode because it's going to look like I'm further away than I am because I was really close to this guy. And I followed him out there, and I was like, I told him, he turns around like, that was awesome, man. And I was like, I can't wait to drive those things tomorrow. He's like, oh, you're coming to the school? I'm like, yeah, I'm just here right now. Hey, what's up, Fat Boy Fox? I was was like, I'm just here right now. I'm staying at the lodge. I'm here for the school. I'm going to get some food right now. He's like, you want to come see the garage? And like, yeah, of course I do. And so I immediately just turned around and followed him back. I didn't get any video of the garage. They asked that I don't film in there, so I did respect that. But he took me in the garage. Got to see their little Formula 4 cars, I think is what they're called. They look like pocket Formula 1 cars, right? They're real small, but they look awesome. I'm sure they're a ton of fun. And then they had some Supras in there, some new Supras. One of them got wrecked bad recently, like bad. And then I think another one caught on fire recently. But put me in there. They also had a Civic, one of the new Type R's they used for something. They had some Accords in there. And then, the Mustangs were out front. They were getting them all cleaned up. They did bring out 5 of the GT race cars and 2 of the Roush Stage 3 cars. So on day 1, we wake up, right, and we got all checked in. We did about an hour of classroom time, and then they immediately got us on the track. And what they did was they broke us into groups of 3. And the first group went and did a turning exercise to learn apexing and basically the point entry. If you've ever played Gran Turismo, the newer one, there's a way you can turn on where it puts the lines using essentially points, right? Where you go wide, then you cut it in at the apex, then you come out wide, right? And they had that set up with cones, and you learn just basically how to make the turns to come out of the turn with the most speed possible. So that was one of the stations. The next station was what?
Good night.
Oh, good night, buddy. One of the other stations was just more classroom time. You're taking about an hour of class. They were going over like methods for entry, leaving turns, braking, all that stuff. Like to make sure you actually understood what your car is doing when you downshift, because you can lock up the rear wheels and get a little squirrely. We'll talk about that a little more here in a bit. But it was good stuff. I really enjoyed it. The guy who was teaching us, I think his name was like Terry Earwood. He won like NHRA. He's won a whole bunch of stuff. He's been in the racing game for a long time. What's up, buddy?
Can I put my car over here?
No, leave your car over there. So good classroom time. Then after that, they took us out to a skid pad, and they just wanted you to learn how to control a car if it got loose on you. And what they did is they put us in a Toyota Camry, and the Camry rear wheels. So like if you've ever seen the drift cars that people make, where they put the composite plastic wheels on like go-karts and stuff, they essentially had one of those on the rear wheels for the Camry. And they had us sliding it around these cones, right? And so we get out there, we're driving, you hit the gas, and what they wanted you to do was to turn, feel yourself getting squirrely, come off the throttle, readjust, and go get straight again. Well, I didn't really pay attention. Well, I did that for a bit, and then I was like, you know what? Like, I want to see, because you can also control a slide with throttle. Like, you don't have to come off the throttle. And so I started to get to the point where I could pretty much do, drift all the way around it with the front wheel drive car with the way it was set up. And unfortunately, I did not ask somebody to record for me. I didn't put the GoPro out, so I don't have any of that on video. I got someone else going on video. All right, and then we had a lunch. Lunch was real good. They had a real nice catered meal. Got to sit down with a couple of the instructors. We'll talk about that here in a second too. And then after lunch, they break you into your groups, and there's 3 groups, and we each go out one at a time. What's up, Smacky? We each go out, not one at a time, but in our group, and we go out, and it was more lead follow stuff. So they had a professional driver. There was a former NASCAR driver who now drives for INSA or IMSA, whatever. There's a professional race car driver. He used to drive for NASCAR. He was leading one, and the other guy was an INSA, IMSA, one of those acronyms. And he races for Team Audi right now. He used to race for Team Hyundai, and he was in the other group. And I was behind him. And at first they're like, hey, we're going to put you in the Roush Stage 3. And I'm like, oh, sweet. That's awesome. And so I was like, that's really cool. I'm going to go in the 750 horsepower car, right? And so they put me out in that car, and you're doing lead follow event. So the instructors were in, my instructor was in a Hyundai G70. And that G70's probably got close to 300 horsepower, right? Maybe 300. I don't know. It's got independent suspension, so it actually handled pretty well. Like we got to do some laps in it, or follow the guy, and it handled really well, really good in the turns. The Roush, it was fun. It was fun to drive, and it's amazing how much that computer that computer and that car will do everything it can to prevent you from wrecking that car. I didn't turn any of the nannies off. They didn't let me turn the nannies off. Matter of fact, I got called in after my first lap. They called us in, and they walked over to me and they said, "Hey, this is your first time on the track. We need you to take it easy. No, you don't need to downshift the second. Just go through it in fourth gear and just learn your turns." And I was like, "Oh, come on, man!" And so I was like, "Okay, no problem." So we go out there in the Roush car, but like the entire time, right, in that Roush car, I'm following a G70. I'm on the guy's bumper. And then the guy would put his flasher over, and that meant that you had to move over, and the guy behind you moved up. Basically, you're doing like an Indian run with cars. And there was 3 people in my group, and it stinks for you. What?
Because on my car.
Cool. It stinks for you if you're faster than the rest of the people in your group, because if you're faster, the instructor will go as fast as you can handle. If you can handle it, they're going it. But then they look in their rear view, and if you're leaving people behind, they slow down so they can catch up. So you lose part of your lap on that. And then when you fall behind everybody, if these people aren't confident and they're going slow, then you're going slow. And going slow in a Roush Stage 3 is no fun. I'm not going to lie. So I did the Roush Stage 3 for two of my turns, and I got to go 3 times on the track. And they were decently long sessions. I want to say like 20, 25 minutes. I mean, it wasn't terrible. Maybe 30 minutes.
I don't have it in my car.
In my third time, I said I wanted to go in one of the GT race cars because, it's got solid rear axle. It's 300 horsepower. And I was like, you know what? It'll be more fun following a 300 horsepower car in a 300 horsepower car. And not only that, like the Hyundai G70 arguably probably handles better because it's got that independent suspension. And so they put me in that car, and I had so much fun. I was pushing that car as hard as it would go. And, our last 2 times out, my group, so the way they did it is the first group would leave. They tried to get the fast group to leave first. And then the next group left right after them. By the time we finished, like we were already stopped because we had caught up to the other group. We'd done a full lap, and we had caught up to the other group, and we were pretty much held up by them. And that happened both my turns. My last turn, I told the instructor, the one I'd been following, hey man, can you make sure I'm following you for this last one too? He's like, yeah, I got you. And we go out there, and he turned it up, man. He was going as fast as I was willing to go, and it was awesome, especially that GT car. One of the last turns we took, we had actually gotten up to a gear. Usually they try and keep it controlled, so you're learning. And you could tell that I was pretty confident, pretty comfortable at this point. And he was hitting it. And so I got up to 4th gear or gear that I hadn't hit yet. And I had gotten comfortable in the previous 2 laps. I'm trying to talk, buddy. What?
You come down my car.
I'd gotten comfortable earlier in that session with where I was downshifting and braking in this certain turn. Well, I was not ready to have to downshift because I hadn't had to downshift in this certain turn because I hadn't made it to a certain gear, and we got going so fast coming up to this one turn. I had to downshift, and I did it right where I usually started braking, and so I had to kind of do it simultaneously, which I didn't want to do, but it ended up causing my rear end to lock up a little bit because the rear gears bit and the tires bit, and you heard that little bit of chirp, and so the back end starts wobbling. And honestly, the entire session, I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, it is so beautiful out here. There's so much runoff room. I was like, I really wasted my money on that track insurance. But until that moment, and in that moment when that happened, I honestly had like, it was probably about half a second thought where like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to hit the wall. Like I'm going to hit that wall. Because there was like me, I was going about 100 miles an hour. And then there was a wall probably about 30 feet that way. And I was like, I'm going to lose it and I'm going to hit that wall. But luckily, like I was able to recover the car, get it under control, and honestly, nothing happened. But it was so much fun. That last session out was great. I wish I had done the 3-valve cars the entire time. If I had kind of had more of if I thought about it more, realizing the cars that we'd be following, I never would have gotten in one of the Roushes. Honestly, I mean, they're really cool. It's really cool to experience, but like I didn't even really get to experience it because you had to the moment you hit it, you had to reel it in because you're already right on the tail of the car in front of you. But we do have some cool news. I haven't done a Boss Owners build live for a while, and I'm going to open the stream here in a second for you guys. I haven't done a Boss build here in a while. My lead instructor that I was following, his name's Kyle Ranieri, and if he's here, cool. But what's up, Chad? Exactly, Chad. But so my lead instructor, he has the craziest story I've ever heard in my life of how he got into pro racing and how he became a professional driver. And he's going to come on the channel. He's going to tell a story because he was a Boss owner and it involved his car. His Boss 302 got him into professional racing. And so he's going to talk about his car. He's going to talk about what led up to him. Yeah, please thumbs up. Thanks, Bama. He's going to talk about what led up to him becoming a pro. And I'm just going to tell you guys, because I don't want to leak any of it, but when he's telling me this, it's like the craziest plot to a movie that you could ever think. Like, his story could absolutely be a movie. It is insane. And so I'm really looking forward to having him on here. That's going to be probably one of the best lives we do. And so you guys definitely should not miss that one. Like, if you want to write your own script to a movie and you want to steal a story, this is one to come to. Hey, what's up, MJI? But yeah, that was essentially my trip to racing school. Had a good time driving out there. I drove the Boss. I'm super happy I took the Boss. I've taken the Boss on 3 500-mile road trips lately in the past month and a half, and I'm just glad to drive it. It's got tons of bugs up front, and unfortunately, my pressure washer just took a dump, so I got to go buy a new one. But if you just hopped in, guys, you missed the earlier part of the live where my daily driver, the AC system, kind of pooped itself. And I'm actually going to work with a company who's sending me a manifold pressure gauge set, but I had already bought a set. So this is going to be a giveaway item. So if you don't have one of these, like, I don't feel like your normal guy doesn't just have these. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to give away a set of it. I'm going to give away this exact set. It's brand new. It's got all the fittings. It's got the bottle taps so you can hook up your refrigerant. You know, I think this is a pretty cool giveaway item, and I hope somebody will enjoy it. But I got to get a few more giveaway items, guys. I feel like I haven't done one in a while, and I definitely need to show all you guys some appreciation. The schedule's been super hectic, but I do have several videos filmed already. I just got to get them edited and get them put up. Going back to racing school. Oh, no worries, Mike. I appreciate you, brother. Going back to racing school, I'll go ahead and open the link, though. Let's see.
I'm trying to fix my ear conditioner.
All right, the link should be posted, guys. Let me double down on this real quick. Hold on, guys. I'm pinning it real fast, if you don't mind.
Now, why did you didn't put racing brakes on this side?
Pin message. There we go. It's pinned. All right. But going back to the racing school, so I'm going to have a video of the day before racing school. I messaged the school and I asked them, hey, you know, I'm a YouTuber. I have Boss 302. It's a very track focused car, right? And they know this, obviously. I'd love to make a video and try and advertise for you guys in this specific car community. And the sales guy's like, yeah, no worries. Let me reach out to our team and I'll get back to you. And they said, we can't have you put a GoPro in the car. And so they said, we have our own cameras. So I did the thing, and I reached out to him again. I said, hey, I'd still love to make a video for you guys or help advertise for you guys. I said, is there any way I can get my footage and just use it in the video? And I said, and he's like, let me reach out to our marketing team. I'll get back to you. And he comes back to me and goes, our marketing team has reached its budget. And I reached back out to him. I was like, look, man, I get this not part, like, this isn't you telling me this is them. But what I'm offering, like, you guys already have the video. It's free. Like, it's there. I need it, and then I'd make the video. And, like, this is not something I'm going to make a ton of money on. You know what they want for it? It's 720p. They wanted $250 for video of my sessions. $250 for a video that I might make $5 on. Who knows? Not very much, right? But $250. And so I was like, I know this isn't your job. I was like, but honestly, like, this isn't costing you guys anything. Like, this is free advertising. And I was like, all I'm asking is, and for my behalf, is that I get the footage to show my boys here. They still want $250. So I mean, I might still. Oh boy. I might still bite the bullet and buy it, but there's other things I'd rather spend $250 on. We've got a bunch of camping trips booked with the kids, and you know, that's money for activities, right? But I'm still thinking about it. I'll have a video of the day before, the day of, but unfortunately, if I do it the day of, it's not gonna really have any video of me driving. That just sucks. It is what it is. All right, Chad. Yeah, I don't drive motorcycles. I don't trust myself. I'm afraid I don't know. I just, with the kiddos here, I can't risk anything happening. What's up, Jamie? And the link is posted, folks, if you'd like to hop on in. It is hot in this garage.
I told him to stop my car.
Yeah, we did have a late start today, unfortunately. Yeah, my dog's gotten a little scuffled earlier. One of them was eating, and I think the other one was trying to go lay down, and the bed was right behind the other one's food, and she wasn't having it. And she's old and feisty.
And Riley got blood on him.
But yep, that was my trip to racing school.
When's the video gonna come up? When's the video gonna come up?
Hey, go get me the tire cover.
The show them?
Yeah, go get it.
Do you think it will fit on my car?
Just go get it. Hurry.
Can we go down the campus tire? Do you think it will fit on the towers? I'll have to put my hood back up.
No, I hear you, Chad. I'm not saying you would, dude. I'm just, I do, you know, I had a come to Jesus moment when I was, back in 2013 or 2014. Back in 2014, I was coming back in Mexico, obviously, in Mexico. And Leighton had just been born. Yeah, I'm not Bama right now. Like right now, I'm not. It's a lot of money for some, you know, I do everything in 4K. So like all my video I'm putting up is going to be 4K, but
Now what about you get a tire cover?
it is what it is.
Now what about you get a tire.
Oh, check out this, guys. This is so I got a spare tire in the back of the RV or back of the camper. I like this thing. It was like $20. That's a heck of a deal.
They're gonna show me it. They're
Came
gonna
out good.
show me it.
See?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You can put that on the camper.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the camper. Yeah, I'm not paying them $20. But back in 2014, I had an 05 GT, and I like to go these back roadways to get from where my parents live to where I worked, right? And I probably hit about 140. I was moving. And it was on a straight, and if you ever go on back roads, which I'm sure most of the people in this group have, they do this number, right? Well, I caught one of those moments where it just drops, and you get that moment of weightlessness, and you're kind of doing this to kind of keep control of the car, and I almost lost it. And what?
Can I show them my boss model?
If you go get it, sure. And I had that moment of weightlessness, and I was like, you know what? Like, I just had a kid. If there's trees all around me, like if I got wrapped around this tree, no one's gonna find me for a minute because I don't know how many people drive this road. And I was like, that was stupid. So unless I'm on a track or a drag strip, you won't really see video of me doing like crazy stuff ever. And plus, it's not good for work, right? I'm not putting that kind of stuff on here anyway. Man, does nobody want to hop in the stream tonight? Dang. I scared Pinks away earlier and everybody else because everybody was here and I told everybody I might have to cancel due to my dogs being in a scuffle. I was having to tend to one of their wounds. Got a quiet group tonight. Yeah, another issue I got to look at on the boss here soon is one of my front side markers. We're at the Hot Wheels Legends Tour. One of the front side markers just decided to stop working from striker light, so I need to. You want to show that off? Mm-hmm. What you got on there? You got stuff on there.
You can take it off with scissors.
I can't use scissors. Hold it up. Hold it up so they can see. All right, now everybody's seen it. Here you go.
Now what about it? Make a YouTube channel.
Yeah, exactly, Bamu. Exactly. You get wise quick when the little ones are involved.
Now watch this.
But yeah, I gotta work on the side markers in the boss. Gotta fix my AC. There's gonna be a video of me fixing my AC in my other car. I'm gonna try to knock out. I know I've said it 100 times. My schedule really is hectic, guys. So I do apologize for like the sporadic videos, sporadic everything. Like I'm about to change jobs here soon, so I'm just doing what I can when I can. But I do, I do enjoy this, so I do try and get on here as much as possible.
Look beside your car.
Yeah, that one's actually comp orange, and he does have race red. He's got like 10 of those things, and honestly, hold on, check this out, guys. Let me show you something.
Now look at this.
Yeah.
Now look at this, boss, beside your car.
I see. We're gonna show them something.
Look at a car blue and boss for you too. He done broke the other one. He done broke my other one on the ground.
You guys probably aren't ready for this. So we do make sure that we have plenty of these at all times. I got that one on Amazon, the orange one, but these are at Hobby Lobby. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on. But yeah, I have all these because the kids, they play with them, they beat them up, and when they break them, I just give them another one. And every time, whenever they're 40% off at Hobby Lobby, I buy all of them. Yep. Yeah, all these. Oh boy. What you been working on, Triple Threat? Any new lights come out recently? Yep. Well, guys, we also just told the story that I had to tell for today. So,
Mommy's watching.
Oh, she is?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Mommy's watching.
My wife's watching, guys. Feel free to say hello.
Mom told me to come wave to her.
Come wave to her. Are you waving? Wave to Mom.
What?
Go ahead and wave.
With Mom.
She's watching. You gotta wave. She can see you. Or you gotta back up. She can't see you there. Yeah, does Mrs. Bresser want to come on the stream? We can bring her in.
Can you
She's
go
probably
get my leather boss?
and off the stream she goes.
Dad, can you go get my leather boss?
Nope, Bama, they still don't, and I don't know if MJI is still here, but I don't know what the status is of it right now. But it was last I heard, the guy who was going to take care of who was working on it. He had a setback on another project of his, so he was still trying to iron that out. And last I heard is that it was supposed to start getting worked here after the 4th, and so we'll see what happens. I mean, honestly, my schedule's so crazy, guys, that when it's ready, it's ready. We'll go get it. And really, all I told MJI is like, I would just like to have it before Foxtoberfest. Oh, there we go. We talked about that. I am registered for Foxtoberfest already, which they're not watching, so they don't know what I'm talking about. We're registered for Foxtoberfest, guys. At the 8 a.m. early entry. That being said, if work causes me to not be able to go, we're going to give away the spot. I got very fortunate last year. A great guy, George Coggins. He's a friend of mine now. He lives like an hour and a half away from me. He's not very far. I got really lucky because I went to Foxtoberfest last year without a spot. And my plan was to buy one at one of the pre-meets to show up and and park. And I was like, I'll just park in the dirt field, no big deal. Because back then, you bought the spots. And now, this next show, it's general admission, if you guys didn't know. Shipped a set of challenge lights last week and working on charger set right now, waiting on some guys to see if they come through for some Mustang. I got you. All right, there you go, Triple Threat. Staying busy, my man. And wife actually practicing on driving. My sick Mustang did a few minutes a couple weeks ago. We haven't since been working a lot. Oh, I can't even get my wife in the car. If she's listening, she still owes you guys a 2,000 subscriber stick shift lesson. So I showed up to the pre-meet for Foxtoberfest. I wasn't there for the whole week. I work. Kids have school, so I'm not pulling my kids out of school to go to a car show. Not yet. And at the pre-meet, I go to Jen from Fox Resto. I'm like, hey, I'd like to buy a spot. I talked to you online. She knew I had I kind of mentioned I had the YouTube channel. Back then, I think we were at like 1,000, close to 2,000 subscribers. We were close. We were closing on 2,000 if we weren't already there. And I mentioned that I was trying to get a spot for the show, and it's like,
Mommy's letting me borrow Hayden's boss.
Okay. I mentioned that I was trying to get a spot for the show, and she's like, well, we actually had a couple people.
Show the people this one.
All right, Max wants me to show you this real quick, guys. There you go. They saw it. We had a couple. That's a cool car, buddy. We had a couple people who couldn't make it, and one of them wants to donate their spot. You can just have this. They gave me one. I was like, what do I call? What do I owe you? And they're like, no, it was donated. It was paid for and donated. And I was like, wow, like that's amazing. And she said he's gonna be here. His car just wasn't ready. He might come see you. And I got to meet George, who's a great guy, and I can't thank him enough. And so if I can't make it, I'm giving my spot away just the same as he did for me. But I am hoping that I can make it. And if I get blessed enough here in the future, then I'll try it before the show. I'll try to buy another one to give it away, or I'll see if they have one that they would like for me to give away. But I'm not certain they will. I don't have the Fox hasn't been on the channel in a while, so I'm probably off the radar for Fox Body folks right now. Dude, I hear you, man. Life is just like everybody. You got to hustle nowadays. You have to hustle. Like everything is so expensive. It's ridiculous. These little gargoyles that live in my house, they eat everything. If you haven't already, guys, please do hit that like button, as it does help us out. And if you haven't heard already, I'm going to repeat it again. We will be doing a giveaway in the near future. We're giving away another one of the authentic Brailsford Rides Boss 302 model kits. We'll give one of those away. Okay, it's really just the Boss 302 model kit. The video quality's gone to crap. Can you guys see me? It's saying I have one bar all of a sudden. It's really hot in this garage. I used to crack it, start my AC to kind of cool it down. I'm going to have to start doing that again. Can you guys see me? I don't want to show the next thing if you can't see me.
I need my keys to stop my car.
Okay. You need to go to bed. It's 10 o'clock. You need to go to bed. Go night-night.
No,
It is 10 o'clock, my man.
I want to save my car.
You have 5 minutes, and then you're going to bed. Go.
But Leighton not going to bed.
Leighton needs to go to bed, too.
I don't want to go to bed.
He doesn't want to go to bed, guys.
Because I want to stay in here with you.
Okay, that's nice.
So can I say
All right, everybody says I'm good. So, if you weren't here, I know I'm repeating for a lot of you guys, but I just want to show some people.
Stay in here with you, Dad?
I had an issue with one of my daily driver. I had ordered this set, a manifold gauge set for AC system, and you can take readings, recharge, draw vacuums with it.
Mommy said I could stay up.
I don't think she said that, but
That'd
so
be good.
I ordered this to fix my car, and a company reached out, and they're actually sending me another set. So I'm gonna give this one away. It's brand new, and I think it'll be a cool little giveaway for somebody.
Dad, look at this.
Mm-hmm. All right, folks. So we got 13 guys in here.
I want to be alive with you, Dad.
Yeah, I apologize, guys. I had every intention of starting at 9 o'clock on time, and I think we would have had we definitely would have had more people because there was more people here at the beginning than there are now. But my dogs got a little battle. But
I'm on a healing edition, and I'm going to take out my car.
I'm gonna give everybody let's see, 2 minutes, and if someone hops on the stream, we'll keep her going. But if not, I've kind of out of stuff to talk about, guys. Unless you guys bring up some stuff you want to discuss.
Dad, can I be alive, Dad? Can I be in it?
Yeah, it was not. Yeah, she got tagged pretty good. My female dog, she's old, she's feisty, and I think Brutus was going to lay down in his bed, and she was eating. Her food was like in the path of the bed, and I think she took it as him coming to her food.
And they was watching it too.
She snapped at him, and when she snaps, she gets like right here, right? And Brutus kind of starts snapping back, and I yell. Brutus stops, but Riley doesn't stop, and so Riley ended up tagging her, or Riley ended up going back at him, and Brutus knocked her over, and she got tagged pretty good.
And he called it blood on him.
Triple threat. I'd like to go. What are the dates for Mustang Week again? Let's look that up real quick.
Well, you going to Mustang Week?
Hold up.
You going to Mustang Week, Dad?
Hold up.
I go to Mustang Week.
Hold up. Trying to find the dates.
I wish I could have this shifter.
Oh, bless. My phone is not cooperating.
Today I get to put on my supercharger. Dad, today I get to put on my supercharger.
September 4th or September 10th. I'll be working. So if I do make that, it'll be probably for the Saturday. Was it a cruising? I'd only drive down for Saturday, go hang out. If people want to meet up, I'd probably try to do that. But other than that, I'll be working late and just tried out for a ball team. So we might be having baseball games for all I know. It all depends, man. I'd love to go, but I don't know what my schedule will be. Yeah, I mean, I can't justify pulling the kids from school for Mustang Week. If it was COVID times, maybe. What other big shows do people have coming up? I've been waiting for our local racetrack to start doing spectator drags again. They just haven't. Well, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go get a snack and go to bed. I do appreciate everybody that hopped in here. Again, I haven't done any subscriber giveaways in a while, so we'll call it a late 5,000 sub giveaway. I'll get a few more things and we'll do that.
Mom, let's meet to stay here with you.
What? No, she didn't say that. It's been a while since we've done that, so I feel I would like to give back to all you guys, especially you folks in here. So we'll probably do it.
Mom said I could stay.
Probably do it in a live stream. But everybody, have a good night. Appreciate everybody hopping in here. Please hit the like button on your way out. And yeah, got some more videos coming up for you guys. So, Smacky, I don't know if you're still here. I got to go check out. I see the stat. I haven't seen a video of yours in a while because I used to get notifications, and I don't feel like I'm not anymore. So I'm sure you've already put up stuff. I need to go see the status of that. That GTS car, the LS GTS car. So I'm curious as to where you are with that.
Tell them we have.
Everybody, have a good night. Talk to y'all later.
Are you talking to those people?